In my grandfather's house on the living room wall hung this picture. My older sister Ermy, who was as smart as a whip and knew everything, she was my Google, told me this is St. Mark's Basilica in Venice, Italy. I was a wee tyke then and had no idea that one day I would have the chance to stand in St. Mark's Square in Venice, Italy, and gaze upon the 1,200-year-old church building for myself. We walked through St. Mark's on the tour. You're not supposed to take pictures inside. But lo and behold, when I was fiddling with my phone to try to silence it, I accidentally pushed the record button. Twice. Venice is a wonder of the world. The city of 250,000 people sits on 126 islands in the Po River mudflats where it flows into the Adriatic Sea. Now, how you build a massive city on mudflats? Well, the early Venetians drove closely spaced wooden piles made of oak and larch trees down through the mud until they rested on a layer of hard clay. Platforms were built on tops of the tree trunks, and the city grew up from the platforms. If you wanted to build Venice in the United States today, I'm sure the EPA would never allow this massive of a construction project to proceed in a wetland. So I'm glad we have it in Italy and 1,200 years before environmental restrictions. Now, I'm not prone to use a Harry Potter-type vocabulary set all that often, but there's no other way to describe Venice than to call it magical, perhaps even mystical. There are no streets, therefore no potholes. Canals are the major thoroughfares, with cut-through walkways, some large, some very tiny, that weave between the buildings. So you either walk where you want to go, or you ride in a gondola on the canals. The interiors of the buildings are like palaces. Painting the ceiling takes on a whole new meaning in Venice. My other sister Linda told me that Daddy sent her a postcard from Venice when he was in Italy in World War II. I didn't know that before I went. I'm sure he was just as amazed at the city as I was, and probably forgot more than he remembered too. But hey, at least I've got video.